Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of Raise the Titanic. It's a action thriller. I'm going to go with action film. It came out in 1980, yes. It's a PG, an hour and 55 minutes. I could only find it on YouTube, so IMDb is 5.3 out of 10. Once they said God himself couldn't sink her, then they said no man on earth could reach her, but an underwater research agency headed by Admiral James Sandecker is assigned the job of finding the doomed ship in her North Atlantic grave. So the director is Jerry Jameson, who directed Airport 77. Producer was three of them, but we produced one with William Fry, who also did Airport 77, and Lew Grade, L-E-W, Grade, who did the Muppet movie. Music was by John Barry, who did Out of Africa. The cast, the usual main ones: Richard Jordan, who was Dirk Pitt, who was in Logan's Run; David Selby, who was Dr. Gene Seagram, who was in Falcon Crest, the series, he's on the right; Jason Robards, R-O-B-A-R-D-S, who was Admiral James Sandecker, who's in All the President's Men, he's on the left; and Anne Archer, who was Dana Archibald, who was in Fatal Attraction. It was filmed in the Sloop Inn in Cornwall in UK, Malta Film Studios in Malta, Barnard Cemetery in Cornwall, Paleo Filivo in Greece, and Washington Dulles International Airport in America. And the movie was surprisingly accurate at one point, although they didn't know at the time. The computer display shows the Titanic resting at a depth of 12,347 feet. When it was discovered in 1985, it was resting at 12,415 feet. Now, it was a review, or it is a review, not review, a request. So here it is. Like I said, it's on YouTube. I'll link the video at the end, so you can go and have a look at it if you want to watch it. It starts with photos of the Titanic and the building stages. It's pretty good. The music's quite moving, all before the credits. And it's a real Titanic. It's not like CGI or anything rubbish like that. And then the photos, the guests dancing and stuff like that. And the credits kick in with the same style of music. It's lovely scenes from above of snow forests. And then it was based on a novel by Clive Cussler, so I might actually go and have a look for that. I kind of like certain authors out there. And we have, well, I assumed at this point, but it wasn't. I thought, is this our main dude finding something in the snow? A mine? I was like, it must be. It's not. But we cut to this military talking about a laser technology. And as I look at a map with some sort of flashing LEDs, it would look great in a kid's bedroom. Unless, of course, they get seizures, in which case maybe not. And I was like, what's this got to do with the Titanic? Because obviously I don't read synopsises when I watch these films. Unless what they need is on it. Anyway, Gene's fishing. He's putting a worm in a hook. Now, for me, I get the small things that people use, but a huge worm? Do all fish eat those massive worms? Not the little dinky things. I'm talking about like a, size of your hand sort of worm. Anyway, we got our link to the Titanic. I had a feeling it was correct, and I was right. Now, Pitt and Gene aren't great fans of each other. Dana couldn't possibly be part of that conflict, could she? The triangle? No. If you don't know the triangle, it's obvious, two males and a female, one likes her, one doesn't, but does, but you know what I mean? And anyway, off to Cornwall. I've not been there myself, but I do know it's nice. Some houses built at sea. Basically from the video, if the seawall crumbles, it's goodbye the houses. It was like, what the hell? A good quote here. We all end up in a single bed sooner or later. A coffin. So now we have footage of Navy ships on the ocean. Now, I know they get agreement for the Navy, the Army, using in films. It must be kind of weird, if you're a general and you're sort of, or admiral or something, you get dragged into your boss's, or whatever it is, office. And they go, okay, right, we've got a special mission. Okay, what we doing, sir? Where we going? What we gonna, reconnaissance or whatever it's called. It's like, no, I want you to float in the middle of the sea for a Mission Impossible scene. Just be there, look good. It's like, okay. Remember to hide that secret Yeah, we'll hide that. Music kind of reminds me of some Bond films. I kind of want the soundtrack. It's really good. I kind of enjoying the music on it. Now there's this guy called Starfish, right? He's not having fun due to an impromptu shower as this turtle tries to help. No, not marine animals, but submarines. They're called Starfish and Turtle. I was just like, what the hell? Now, you know when in the film, you think you can spot double crosses or something? Well, that's just happened. I was like, aha! That's what I thought was happening, but I'm not too sure if it did. But I was like, yeah, I think I'm seeing it. But I think it might have been a bit of a red herring, as it were. Now, it always amazes me that we, the planet, want to see the universe. All the stars out there, want to go out there, want to go and see all the planets. But we've never seen the sea. If you look at it, right, we can't go that far down. It's weird because you can send, cameras down there and there's bloody creatures rolling around down the bottom of there, some with shells. And it's just like, how come they can live down there, but we can't get down there? And there's so much of the bottom of the sea that we have never seen. Even with a camera, we've still not seen it all. I mean, think of Nessie. If you don't know who Nessie is, just look it up. She enjoys her, solitude. I do know also that the Ness is very, very deep and dark. When we were boating on there years ago, I lost my dish rag, and it literally went about like a couple of millimeters from the bottom of the top of the thing. I couldn't see it. I was like, "Where's it gone?" So Nessie's got a dish rag. Anyway, the reaction by the sub crew when they found the Titanic was perfect. Right, it's exactly what we'd all do. I'm not going to say what it was. It was really good reaction. We're at the ambassador's ball. People chatting, wine drinking, Ferrero Rocher chocolates. Sorry. It was the Russians having a party. It's just, I felt like it was the advert for Ferrero Rocher. Again, if you don't know, just check it out on YouTube. I'm pretty sure the ambassador's banquet is on there or something like that. Way to go, Dana. When you tell the guy you're going out with, hang on, can't read my writing. Yeah, that's alright, I can't read my writing. So when you're telling the guy that you're going out with that the previous guy, who just happens to be the guy you hate, that you wish you'd lived with him more than 2 years, don't be surprised by the reaction. You might be saying it just kind of like, oh, well, I wish I'd have stayed with him for more than 2 years. Yeah, it's not going to go down well, Just so you know. Now, how they actually raised the Titanic is impressive, along with this awesome soundtrack. And this is all kind of before CGI, if you think about it. There's no AI crap back then. Now, I love how Pitt is putting the soul of the ship to rest at the request of a survivor. That was quite nice. The Russians. They said that we arm ourselves only as a deterrent. So true of any nation. Think about it. Every country says it. We only arm ourselves to deter the enemy. So what's the difference between Russia, Germany, France, England, America, I don't know, Bermuda? They're all doing the same. They arm themselves as a deterrent. Now, it always amazes me that tugboats can drag a huge ship. Now, it's not in this film, but I thought, is it going to be, we didn't see it tug it, but a tugboat can, so tiny, it can actually drag a tanker. You've seen them in films before and go, okay, we're going to drag the tanker out of the way, and we've got a little tugboat, and you're like, what? How's that work? Yeah, the ships, the engines don't work, so this tugboat's going to just drag it out, and you're like, isn't this thing like thousands and thousands of tons? How the hell can a little tugboat drag a... But it amazes me. It absolutely amazes me. I like the ending. It was a great film. Music works so well. Great cinematic scenes. I'm going to give it an 8. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for suggesting it. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this film review of Raise the Titanic. Please give me your thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment below. Have you seen this film? Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.